Hey, welcome to another episode of Weight Loss Talk. I'm your host, Chris Mangano, and I'm joined as always by my sleeping co-host, Hank the Bulldog. And today we, meaning me, are going to talk about fasted cardio and whether or not fasted cardio actually burns more fat than non-fasted cardio. So let's first talk about what is fasted cardio. Well, think about it this way. You know, it's Sunday night last night, the season finale of Game of Thrones, and there you are, you're on your couch, you're eating some popcorn or munching on, some chips, whatever it may be, and you're watching the episode, and you're really upset, right? Because the people you wanted to die didn't die, and the person you wanted to be to lead the kingdom isn't leading the kingdom, and some dragon, burned the throne or whatever it might be. So you're upset, but hey, that's okay, life goes on, you gotta move on, right? So you go to bed. You sleep for 8 hours. Your body is now in a state of fasting, right? You haven't eaten anything in 8 hours. And you remember reading something one time or being told one time by somebody that if you do your cardio in a fasted state, you're gonna burn more fat than if you do it after you eat. So you wake up and you're hungry and you're tired, but you say, you know what? I'm dedicated. I wanna burn the maximum amount of fat. I'm gonna go do some cardio first. So you drive to the gym, it's dark out, you're hungry, you're tired, you just wanna go back to bed. But you suck it up, you sit on that treadmill for an hour straight, you do your cardio, and you feel great. Like, I burned extra fat because I did my cardio fasted. But did you actually burn extra fat? Well, let's find out. So where did this come from, this theory of fasted cardio? Well, it goes like this. Because when our bodies are in a fasted state, they're also in a lower state of glycogen and insulin levels. Which means when you're working out, when you're doing that cardio, instead of burning carbohydrates for fuel, the theory says you're going to burn stored fat for your fuel, which sounds great, right? I mean, isn't that why you're doing the cardio anyways, to burn fat, to burn stored fat? So on the surface, it sounds great, but like any theory, you got to actually research it and put it into practice and see what the real world and what the science says, right? So luckily, we've been able to do that. We have a couple recent studies that were done. The first one we're going to look at was done just recently, back in 2014. And they took 20 female university students between the ages of 22 and 26 years old, each one weighing between 136 and 151 pounds. They put them on very similar diets between 1,230 calories and 1,400 calories. Obviously more calories for those who weighed a little more, less calories for those who weighed a little less. And they also had very similar macro breakdowns as far as the ratios of protein, fats, and carbohydrates. So on very similar diets, very similar ages, similar weights, very similar demographics. So that at least ruled out, some outliers and things of that nature. And what they did was for 4 weeks, they had them do cardio, slow, steady state cardio. Some of them did it fasted and some of them did it in a fed state. And at the end of the study, they found that there was no significant difference between the results from the fasted to the fed group. In fact, they said, in conclusion, our findings indicate that body composition changes associated with aerobic exercise, that's slow, steady exercise, in conjunction with a hypocaloric diet, meaning, less calories than you need, like a lower calorie diet, are similar regardless whether or not an individual is fasted prior to training. That's the big one. Similar regardless whether or not an individual is fasted prior to training. Hence, those seeking to lose body fat conceivably can choose to train either before or after eating based on preference. So that was just one study. There was another study done back in 2013 that took overweight and obese women, 16 of them, and they had them do high intensity interval training. And again, they took some and they were in a fasted state and some were in a fed state. Study ran for 6 weeks, and again, they found no significant difference between the two groups. What they said was, short-term, low-volume, high-intensity interval training is a time-efficient strategy to improve body composition and muscle oxidative capacity in overweight, obese women, which we already know. It also does the same thing for anybody. But fed versus fasted state training does not alter this response. So basically, whether they were fed or fasted, they got the same results. And I've noticed this too with my clients when I've trained bikini competitors or people trying to lose weight where I'm having them do extra cardio. It doesn't really matter if they're doing it fasted or fed, because the whole goal of cardio is to burn extra calories, because the way fat loss works, and I've talked about this many times and I will continue to talk about it until I'm blue in the face. The way fat loss works is you need to consume less calories than you're expending over the course of some kind of time frame, whether it's a day, a week, a month, it doesn't matter. You need to consume less calories over that time frame than your body is expending, and you will burn fat and lose weight. So the good news is then it just really comes down to, what's your preference? Do you enjoy getting up early in the morning and doing your cardio before you eat? Or do you do better when you do your cardio after you've eaten something? Do you feel better then? Do you have more energy then? Do you want to do your cardio in the morning, the afternoon, or the evening? It really doesn't matter. Just pick one, because really the benefits are the same. You're just using cardio to try to burn extra calories so that it's easier to be in a caloric deficit. So that's the good news. The good news is just do it. And my recommendation would be, pick one that you can actually stick to, because you can read all this stuff till you're blue in the face, and you can watch my videos and you can listen to Tank here, talk till he's blue in the face about it. But the fact is, unless you're actually out there doing it and you're doing it consistently, you're not going to get any kind of results, right? You're not going to get any kind of results. So pick the one that you can actually stick to and do consistently, so you can get real results. So if for you that's waking up early, going to the gym and getting your cardio in before you go to work and getting on with your day, great, do that. If you need to eat something first, eat something first. If you need to do your cardio at the end of the day because you just aren't a morning person and you can't wake up and you need to sleep, that's fine too. You're gonna get the same results no matter what you do. So pick the one you can stick to day after day, week after week, month after month, and that is how you'll actually see results. Now, I hope you found this video extremely helpful. If you did, please hit that like button. We'd really appreciate it. And we're really trying to grow our channel here, so if you wouldn't mind, just hit that subscribe button so you can stay up to date on amazing content like this. We are taking all the crap and the BS out of the fitness industry, and we're just gonna bring you true, hard facts that will actually help you lose weight and get results and still live a full, fit life. That's our motto here. We want you to live a full, fit life. So hit that subscribe button so you don't miss one of our videos here. Hopefully next time Tank will be up and he can chime in a little bit on his feelings about whatever we're talking about. But until then, hope you enjoyed the video and see you next time.